Chosen one, stop exactly where you are. Do not scroll past this. Do not let distraction pull your eyes away from this screen. I have a message for you, directly from the divine realms. And the absolute truth is that the fact you have landed on this exact frequency at this precise moment in time is not a coincidence. It is not an accident, and it is not a random twist of the algorithm. It is a divine, calculated, and highly intentional interception. Archangel Michael, the great defender and the commander of heaven's armies, has stepped directly in front of your path today, because there is something you urgently need to hear, something you must deeply and profoundly understand about the relentless, exhausting battle you have been fighting in the dark. I saw you recently. The angels saw you. The Creator saw you. I saw you staring at that glowing screen, staring at that unpaid bill, staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. while the rest of the world slept, wondering how all of this was going to work out. I saw you sitting in your car in the driveway before walking into the house, your hands gripping the steering wheel, taking a deep, shuddering breath, trying to summon the energy to walk inside and just pretend everything was okay. I saw the suffocating heaviness in your chest. I felt the deep, bone-crushing exhaustion in your spirit. I saw the silent tears you let fall when you thought no one else was looking. The tears that happen in the shower so the sound of the water drowns out your crying, so nobody can hear your pain. You have been looking up at the sky and asking God, when is it my turn? When does this endless struggle finally stop? When do I finally get to breathe without feeling like the other shoe is going to drop at any second? When does the blessing actually reach my front door? Listen to my voice very carefully and let these words penetrate your spirit. The enemy wants you to believe that you are losing. The kingdom of darkness desperately wants you to look at your current temporary circumstances and conclude that heaven has forgotten about you, that your fervent prayers are just bouncing off the ceiling, that you are somehow being punished, or that you have missed your window of destiny. But Archangel Michael has been dispatched from the throne room with a message of absolute, unshakable, unbreakable truth. The weapon you carry is not of this world, and the war you think you are losing is actually the very setup, the precise foundation for your greatest, most unprecedented, and historic victory. Do not click away. Do not let the enemy distract you from this moment of deliverance. In the next few minutes, I am going to reveal exactly what this invisible weapon is, why you have been placed under such uniquely heavy, targeted spiritual attack, and how the massive divine reversal is already actively in motion in your life. At the end of this sacred broadcast, I am going to lead you through a massive, powerful, chain-breaking, generational prayer of sealing. A prayer that will legally activate Archangel Michael's direct protection over your finances, your mind, your physical health, your relationships, and your entire family line. If you skip ahead, if you rush this process, you will miss the energetic key that unlocks this massive transition. You cannot rush the divine. If you are truly ready to receive this divine intervention, I need you to make a physical micro-commitment right now to anchor this spiritual truth into the natural realm. Click the like button, subscribe to this channel, and align your physical energy with this highly charged spiritual space. By doing this simple action, you are legally telling the universe, I am awake, I am ready, my hands are open, and my spirit is prepared for my total breakthrough. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale slowly. Hold it. Now release it completely. Let us begin. I know you are tired. I know the spiritual exhaustion has settled so deeply into your bones that physical sleep doesn't even feel like rest anymore. You wake up feeling like you fought a grueling, bloody war all night long. And the undeniable truth is, in the spirit realm, you absolutely did. You are a chosen one. And because of that high, sacred calling, your life has never, ever looked like everyone else's. You have always felt profoundly different. From the time you were a small child, you knew you did not quite fit in. You were the black sheep. You were the sensitive one. You were the one who felt the energy of the room shift when someone walked in. Because of this intense light you carry, you have had to fight tooth and nail for things that seem to come so effortlessly to others. You have had to endure long, agonizing, lonely seasons of isolation. Seasons where it felt like you were screaming at the top of your lungs in a crowded, noisy room, and absolutely no one could hear your voice.
I know about the bitter betrayal. I know about the people who walked away when you needed them most. The people you would have fiercely taken a bullet for, who abandoned you at your absolute lowest point. I know about the times you gave your last dollar, your last ounce of physical energy, your last drop of pure, unconditional love, only to be left completely empty-handed, deliberately misunderstood, deeply taken for granted, and discarded. You must understand this. You have been heavily targeted precisely because of the intense, undeniable light and anointing you carry. The darkness does not attack what it does not fear. A thief does not break into an empty, worthless house. The enemy does not waste ammunition on a soldier who is not a threat. The very fact that you are experiencing such intense pressure, such heavy demonic resistance, such chaotic storms in your life, is the ultimate, undeniable proof of the massive generational calling placed upon your life before you were even formed in your mother's womb. But right now, the atmosphere in the room you are sitting in is shifting. Can you feel the temperature changing? Can you feel the subtle electricity in the air? God is actively working behind the scenes of your life in ways your physical, mortal eyes cannot yet perceive. The countless seeds you have planted in your bitter tears, the desperate prayers you have whispered in the dark when you had no physical strength left to speak aloud, they have not evaporated into nothingness. They have gathered, they have multiplied, and they have reached the high throne room of the Most High. Archangel Michael, the great defender, the supreme commander of the heavenly armies, stands fiercely beside you right now. He holds a massive, flaming sword of divine justice, and he looks you directly in the eyes and says, "My beloved child, the weapon you carry is not of this world. You see, you have been desperately trying to fight physical, earthly battles with physical, earthly means. You have been exhausting yourself trying to logically figure out your overwhelming financial pressure on a spreadsheet. You have been trying to reason with toxic, narcissistic people who are fiercely and stubbornly committed to misunderstanding you. You have been trying to force heavy doors open that God Himself intentionally locked for your own safety. But your weapon is not earthly logic. Your weapon is not human debate. Your weapon is your frequency. Your weapon is your radical,
unwavering faith in the pitch-black dark. Your weapon is your supernatural ability to praise the Creator when you are walking through the lowest, darkest valley. Your weapon is the full, unmitigated, unstoppable divine backing of the Creator of the universe. The season of your ultimate vindication is upon you. The universe is actively preparing to radically balance the scales of justice completely in your favor. If you feel this deep, undeniable resonance in your spirit right now, if you know in your gut that you are a chosen one who has miraculously survived 100% of your absolute worst days, go to the comments right now and type 1111. Let the angels know you are paying close attention. Type 1111 to mathematically and spiritually lock in this frequency of new beginnings and divine alignment. Let us go deeper into the spirit. I need to speak directly to your financial situation because I know the financial pressure has been absolutely suffocating lately. I know you have been looking at the unpredictable economy, looking at your dwindling bank account, looking at the constantly rising costs of just trying to survive, and feeling a terrifying, paralyzing wave of panic try to completely overtake your mind. You have fallen to your knees and asked, "Lord, how will I provide? How will I survive this month? How will I ever dig myself out of this massive hole? Will I be struggling like this for the rest of my life?" You have faced slammed, closed doors. You have applied for opportunities, for loans, for promotions, or for jobs that fell through at the very last, agonizing minute. You have had money continuously slip through your fingers like water due to unexpected, bizarre expenses, sudden emergencies, the car breaking down out of nowhere, the house needing urgent repairs, right when you finally thought you were getting ahead. It feels like a vicious, mocking, endless cycle designed to keep you permanently broke, anxious, and broken. But Archangel Michael stands before you today, blazing with holy light, and says, "Stop looking at the temporary illusion of lack. Stop letting the chaotic, fear-based economy of this world dictate your internal peace."
Those closed doors you cried over, those rejections that broke your heart, they were actually severe, necessary, divine protection. God was actively, aggressively blocking paths that would have eventually led to your total destruction. He was blocking toxic connections, manipulative business partners, and bad contracts that would have drained your destiny dry. You are not being punished, my child. You are being hidden. You are being incubated for unparalleled greatness. The massive seismic shift is finally here. The weapon you carry, your divine inheritance as a royal child of the King, is about to manifest in the physical, tangible, earthly realm. We are crossing the threshold into a prophetic season of massive, unprecedented, historic financial reversal. The wealth of the wicked, the resources that have been hoarded by corrupt systems, is literally and legally being transferred to the righteous. The universe is currently realigning people, moving resources, shifting money, and creating rare, miraculous opportunities specifically designed to find you. You will no longer have to hustle, grind, and endlessly chase after them. They will aggressively, relentlessly chase you down. Your vindication is coming in the form of overwhelming, undeniable restoration. God is about to restore the years that the locusts have eaten. The precious time you thought you wasted, the money you thought was permanently stolen by unjust systems and deceitful people. the deep investments of love and pure energy that were never returned to you. God is bringing it all back to you with supernatural compounding interest. A sevenfold return is actively entering your personal atmosphere right this very second. Do not skip the next 60 seconds, because the revelation is about to deepen significantly, and you absolutely need this specific layer of protection for what is coming. If you are truly ready for a sudden, radical financial breakthrough, if you are sick and entirely tired of living in the exhausting vibration of survival mode, type, "I receive my reversal" in the comments below. Claim it physically. Do not just listen passively. Act on it. Speak it directly into existence. Type, "I receive my reversal" right now. Let us talk about the crushing, heavy armor you have been wearing for years. You have been carrying a massive weight of armor that was never, ever yours to wear. You have been completely exhausting your nervous system, trying to defend your reputation to people who do not care about the truth. You have been trying to carefully explain your pure, loving heart to people who are entirely committed to seeing you as the villain in their story. I know exactly how much it deeply, profoundly hurts when your purest, most innocent intentions are twisted into something ugly. I know the deep, agonizing, venomous sting of character assassination, especially when it is orchestrated by the very people you loved, supported, and protected. But hear me now, and hear the voice of the divine. As a chosen one, your vindication does not come from your own lips. You do not need to argue. You do not need to defend yourself on social media. You do not need to send that long, explanatory text message. Your vindication comes directly, forcefully, and publicly from the Most High. Archangel Michael is stepping into the highest courtroom of heaven right now as your fierce, unyielding advocate. He is lifting up his flaming sword of truth, and with one mighty swing, he is severing the invisible, parasitic, energetic cords between you and every toxic situation, every narcissistic dynamic, every covert enemy, and every single energy vampire that has been feeding off your brilliant light and holding you back from your destiny. The weapon you carry is not of this world. It is the weapon of divine, unbothered peace. Let me explain this profound spiritual mystery to you. When the enemy meticulously orchestrates a chaotic storm in your life and fully expects you to panic, to break down, and to lose your mind, but instead you remain profoundly, shockingly calm, that is high-level spiritual warfare. When the world expects you to be bitter, vengeful, and resentful, and instead you choose to radically forgive, completely release them, and elevate your frequency above their drama, that is a supernatural weapon of mass destruction against the kingdom of darkness. Your unbothered, untouchable peace absolutely terrifies the enemy. It confuses the demons. It baffles your haters. God is radically and supernaturally accelerating your emotional and mental healing. The ultimate justice you have been crying out for in the dark, specifically in this monumental year of 2026, is rapidly and physically manifesting. The people who mocked your unwavering faith, the people who whispered lies behind your back, the people who counted you out and laughed at your struggles, will have to sit back in absolute silence and watch as God publicly, undeniably elevates you. He is preparing a massive, overflowing table of blessings for you, right in the direct presence of your enemies. But the most beautiful, liberating part of this revelation is that when you are finally sitting at that table, you won't even care to look back at them. Your focus will be so entirely consumed by the overwhelming goodness, peace, and abundance of your new season that they will become completely irrelevant to your existence. Share this video right now with 3 specific people who you know in your heart are fighting silent, agonizing battles. Do not selfishly hold this massive blessing and revelation to yourself. Be their physical earth angel today. Send this directly to them, because they desperately, urgently need to know that their weapon is not of this world either. And in the comments, boldly and proudly declare your new stance. Type, "My peace is my weapon." Now we must address the hidden weight you have been carrying. You are currently entering a prophetic phase of rapid, dizzying, almost unbelievable acceleration. The agonizing, drawn-out delays are officially, permanently over. The frustrating holding pattern is shattered. For years, for decades even, you felt like you were walking through waist-deep, thick, suffocating mud. Every single step forward took immense, draining, Herculean effort. Every minor victory felt like an exhausting, grinding, bloody battle. I know the nights you sat on the absolute edge of your bed, the room completely dark, your head buried heavily in your trembling hands, looking up at the ceiling and asking with a broken voice, "Why is my life so hard? Why does it have to be this incredibly difficult? Why can't I just catch one single break?" Listen to me, chosen one. Listen to the truth of your lineage. It was hard because you were doing something historic. It was hard because you were chosen to be the cycle breaker. You were actively, painfully breaking deep, entrenched, ancient generational curses that have plagued your bloodline for centuries. You were the specific, highly anointed soul chosen in your entire family tree to stand up, draw a line in the sand, and say, "The poverty stops with me. The physical and emotional abuse stops with me. The crippling addiction stops with me. The severe mental illness and depression stop with me." You were taking the heavy, brutal hits for your ancestors and aggressively clearing the path for your future descendants. That is precisely why the spiritual warfare against you was so vicious, so personal, and so utterly relentless. The enemy was terrified of you. The enemy was trying to stop a generational savior before you could realize your true power. But the war has been won in the unseen realm. It is entirely finished. Archangel Michael is blowing the silver trumpet of absolute victory over your life right now. The weapon you carry, your incredibly resilient, unbreakable, battle-tested, diamond-forged spirit, has actively created an entirely new, golden timeline for you. Expect sudden, mind-blowing, reality-altering blessings. Expect a phone call this very week that changes the entire trajectory of your life. Expect an email with a massive approval, a huge grant, a settlement, or a dream job offer you didn't even think you were remotely qualified for. Expect a random, completely serendipitous encounter with a stranger who holds the exact, specific key to your next major open door. This year, 2026, is the year of divine, unhindered acceleration. What took other people 10 painful,
exhausting years to build, God is going to establish for you in 10 glorious, supernatural months. The laws of time and space are bending in your favor because of your obedience in the dark. If you truly, deeply believe in sudden, unexplainable miracles, if you are completely open and surrendered to the unexpected, radical, mind-blowing blessings of God, type 777 in the comments right now. Let the divine vibration of divine perfection, total completion, and ultimate victory flood your physical reality. Type 777 right now and seal your faith. But I must speak to your physical body right now. I must speak to the vessel that has carried you through this war. Your nervous system has been locked in a state of fight, flight, or freeze for so long that you have forgotten what true, deep relaxation feels like. Your shoulders are tight. Your stomach is constantly tied in knots. Your jaw is clenched tight, even when you sleep. Your body has been keeping the score of every trauma, every betrayal, and every sudden shock.
Archangel Michael is extending his hand over your physical form right now. The divine command being issued from heaven is rest. You must allow your physical body to heal. The war is over, soldier. You do not need to sleep with one eye open anymore. You do not need to constantly scan your environment for the next threat, the next bill, the next argument. The weapon you carry is not of this world, and part of wielding that weapon is choosing to rest while God fights your battles. When you finally lay down, close your eyes and trust that the universe is holding you. You are engaging in the highest form of spiritual trust. The healing light of the divine is flowing through your crown chakra right now, moving down your spine, relaxing every muscle, calming your overactive mind, and soothing your battered nervous system. Take another very slow, very deep breath. Feel the physical tension literally melting off your shoulders. You are safe now. It is incredibly important that you hear those words and let them sink into your subconscious mind. You are safe now. The storm has passed. The dawn is breaking. Now, my beautiful child, the atmosphere in your space is perfectly, divinely primed. The legions of angels are standing at strict attention in your room. The veil between the physical world and the spirit realm is incredibly thin right now. It is time to legally, spiritually, and eternally seal this prophetic word. It is time to fully activate the invincible weapon within you. I want you to stop whatever else you are doing. Put down the pen. Stop scrolling on your other devices. Turn off the television. Block out all worldly distractions. If you are driving, please keep your eyes safely on the road, but listen with the absolute depth of your soul. But if you are in a safe, quiet place, I want you to physically place your right hand firmly over your heart. Press gently against your chest. Feel it beating. Boom, 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 boom. Feel the rhythm of life. That is not just a biological, scientific function. That heartbeat is the relentless drumbeat of a fierce, unstoppable warrior who has miraculously survived every single targeted attack the enemy violently threw at them. You are still breathing. You are still standing. You are still here. And because you are still here, your purpose is not yet complete. Breathe in deeply with me one more time. Pull the very breath, the Ruach, the Spirit of God, deeply into the bottom of your lungs. Hold it for just a second. Now release it completely, letting go of all the old, stagnant, fearful energy. Listen to the words of this prayer. Let them wash over you like a warm, protective river. Heavenly Father, Supreme Creator of the universe, Master of all dimensions, timelines, and realities, I come before your holy throne today, boldly lifting up the beautiful, tired, weary, yet incredibly resilient and precious soul listening to the sound of my voice. Lord, you are the all-seeing one. You know exactly, down to the microscopic detail, what they have been forced to endure. You have painstakingly counted every single solitary tear that has stained their pillowcase in the midnight hour. You have witnessed every silent, terrifying moment of panic. You know the exact, specific dollar amount they desperately, urgently need right now to break free from the chains of debt. And you know the exact, profound, deep inner healing their bruised, battered heart requires to trust again. Today, under your supreme, unquestionable authority, I call upon the mighty, towering, protective presence of Archangel Michael. By explicit divine permission from the throne of grace, I ask that Archangel Michael and his elite legions of warrior angels physically, energetically, and spiritually surround this listener right this very second. I decree and declare a massive, blazing, impenetrable, terrifying circle of unbreakable holy fire completely around their mind, entirely around their physical body, tightly around the perimeter of their home, fiercely around their children, and fully encasing their bank accounts and finances. I speak directly to the spiritual realm, and I command every foul spirit of lack, every suffocating spirit of anxiety, every dark, heavy entity of depression, and every ancient, stubborn, generational curse of poverty, sickness, failure, and struggle to break immediately. Shatter off their shoulders right now. Dissolve into the light. You have absolutely no legal, spiritual authority here anymore. The bloodline has been cleansed. The contract is null and void. The weapon this chosen one carries is not of this earthly world. They carry the supreme, redeeming blood of the Lamb. They carry the blinding, purifying light of the Creator, and they vibrate at the high, untouchable frequency of total, unmerited, absolute victory. Lord of Heaven's armies, I ask you right now to pour out a financial breakthrough so massive, so incredibly sudden, so completely illogical, and so beautifully unexplainable that it leaves them completely speechless, weeping tears of pure joy and gratitude. Open the heavy floodgates of heaven. Tear the roof off their expectations. Open massive golden doors of opportunity that no man, no corrupt system, no jealous coworker, and no demon from hell can ever shut. Supernaturally and permanently restore their deep, bubbling joy. Restore their absolute, unshakable peace of mind. Let them sleep deeply, soundly, and safely tonight, completely undisturbed by bad dreams or fearful thoughts, knowing beyond a shadow of a single doubt that the brutal battle is no longer theirs to fight, but yours. Vindicate them publicly, loudly, and undeniably in the direct presence of their enemies and those who doubted them. Let this specific year, 2026, be the undeniable, historic marker in their life. Let it be the year they look back on for the rest of their natural lives and say with overwhelming awe, "That was the exact moment. That was the year when the curse broke, the sky opened, and absolutely everything in my life changed for the better." I spiritually, energetically, and legally seal their aura right now with the seal of the Most High. I seal their divine, royal destiny. I permanently block, deflect, and return to sender every psychic attack, every spoken hex, every jealous evil eye, and every negative, idle word spoken against their life, their business, or their family. I declare them completely, totally protected. I declare them overwhelmingly, abundantly prosperous. I declare them intensely, radiantly healthy. And above all else, I declare them profoundly, completely, and unconditionally loved by the Creator of the universe. In the mighty, invincible, holy, and matchless name of the Most High, so it is, and so it shall be. Amen. Take another incredibly deep breath. Feel the lightness in the room. Let the air out slowly. It is legally done in the spirit. It is finished. The old, heavy, suffocating spiritual contract of lack, pain, delay, and suffering has been permanently shredded and burned in the holy fire. Your new, victorious, golden, abundant timeline has officially, undeniably begun. You are entirely, completely safe. You are completely, lavishly provided for. You are deeply, unconditionally loved by the divine forces that govern this universe. Do not look back at the past. Do not mourn the people who could not come with you into this new season. Keep moving forward with your head held high, your shoulders back, and your heart open, because your massive, overflowing, long-awaited harvest is literally waiting for you right around the very next corner. You are moments away from the miracle. To keep your spiritual vibration at this absolute peak, to ensure you completely block out the desperate counterattacks of the confused enemy, and to continue receiving these urgent, life-saving prophetic instructions, you absolutely must watch the next video appearing on your screen right now. It contains the exact, critical, step-by-step spiritual instructions on what you must do when God is about to suddenly, radically bless you with massive wealth and unprecedented favor. Click it right now. Do not delay. Do not lose this frequency, and I will meet you right there. God bless you, chosen one. Your time is now.